Nigeria's central bank allegedly shuts down crypto trading websites. Char GPT goes haywire with various weird behaviors noticed across several users. Fairmoney to acquire Umba for $20 million. Kenya to regulate cryptocurrency trading, and Elon Musk's Neuralink records first major success. All this and many more on today's episode. Hi, you can call me FK. It's another exciting week in the world of tech in February, and this is tech news from Africa and beyond. In a recent development, the Nigerian government is reportedly considering measures to restrict access to cryptocurrency websites. This initiative, aimed at bolstering the weakening naira, may involve collaboration with telecommunications companies to block these platforms. The move is part of a broader strategy that includes accusations by the government, specifically targeting Binance, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges. The allegations suggest that Binance has been manipulating the dollar's value against the naira, claims that Binance vehemently denies. This controversy comes on the heels of Binance's temporary suspension of peer-to-peer trading in Nigeria, sparking widespread speculation and concern amongst its users. You see, ever since the naira started its free fall a couple of weeks earlier, the Nigerian government has been trying all sorts of things to save the naira. They have insisted that all international transfers into Nigeria be collected in naira. They have stopped the payment of BTA and PTA, and even an agency in Nigeria tried to use their guns to go and save the naira. That was the highlight for me. The suspension of Binance and the government's tough stance have fueled rumors of a possible cooperation between Binance Nigeria and the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to regulate trading activities more closely. The speculation is driven by users' experiences and discussions on social media platforms, where many are suggesting alternatives to Binance, citing trust issues. This sentiment was further amplified by last year's circular from the Securities and Exchange Commission of Nigeria, which deemed Binance operations in the country illegal, adding another layer of complexity to the ongoing narrative. See, this is our government. Some weeks ago on this tech news, we were just celebrating the lifting of ban on crypto trading activities. Now the government is accusing crypto through Binance for being responsible for the falling of the naira. Binance users are also losing their trust in Binance because they think that they might be in some sort of monkey business with the government. And this is all very ironic because the main selling point of crypto and blockchain has been trust. Amidst these regulatory actions against cryptocurrencies, the CBN has introduced new policies aimed at stabilizing the foreign exchange market. Banks have been instructed to halt cash payments for travel allowances and shift towards electronic transfers, a move designed to enhance transparency and control in the foreign exchange domain. Furthermore, the CBN has issued directives to international money transfer operators, limiting their ability to facilitate outbound money transfers from Nigeria and ensuring exchange rates for naira payouts align with the market rates. These steps highlight the government's intent to exert greater control over financial transactions and currency stability, reflecting a broader trend of increased regulatory scrutiny in the financial sector. Dear tech citizens, you are hereby advised to lock your doors because Char GPT has run wild and is now terrorizing the village. Recently, OpenAI's Char GPT has been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, exhibiting erratic behavior that has left users baffled and concerned. Reports have surfaced of the AI delivering responses that ranged from repetitive nonsensical text to odd broken Spanish dialogues. OpenAI has stepped forward, acknowledging the problem and reassuring the public that the issue is under observation and control. This incident underlines the unpredictable nature of AI technology and underscores the importance of continuous oversight and moderation, especially as these tools become increasingly integrated into our daily lives and sectors across society. You see, whenever Char GPT starts exhibiting all these crazy erratic behaviors, I start to think that maybe these models might be getting more sentient right before our eyes. For example, during the last holidays, that's Christmas time, people noticed that Char GPT started becoming very lazy. I didn't even know it was a thing until I started experiencing it myself. I told Char GPT to generate sample training data for an ML operation with 50 records. Char GPT only generated 5 and told me to complete the rest. We had to go back and forth in the chat session before it finally agreed to complete the task. Now ask yourself, Isn't that similar to what a normal human being would do if asked to do some work during the holidays period? The recent issues with Char GPT serve as a stark reminder of the inherent challenges in developing and managing AI technologies. Despite its usefulness and growing reliance on AI tools like Char GPT for various applications, episodes like this highlight the critical need for ongoing vigilance. It's a call to action for developers and users alike to remain aware of the potential for unexpected behavior and the importance of implementing safeguards to prevent misuse or harm. OpenAI's response to the situation, focusing on monitoring and resolving the issue, plays a pivotal role in maintaining the trust of users and the broader community. Their commitment to addressing these glitches is essential for the continued responsible use of AI technologies. As AI becomes more prevalent in our interactions and daily activities, the emphasis on reliability, safety, and transparency becomes ever more crucial to ensure these tools serve their intended purpose without unintended consequences. Honestly, I just hope that all these AI companies start putting in place all the required guardrails before the government starts coming for them. In an intriguing move within the fintech sector, Fairmoney, a Nigerian fintech firm, is in the early stages of acquiring Umba, a new bank based in Paris with a strong presence in Nigeria, for a remarkable $20 million all-stock deal. This strategic acquisition is aimed at facilitating Fairmoney's expansion into the Kenyan market, leveraging Umba's established infrastructure to bypass the extensive licensing process typically required for such an expansion. The collaboration between Fairmoney and Umba is expected to significantly enhance their service offerings and the presence in the digital banking landscape, especially in emerging markets like Nigeria and Kenya. A Nigerian company acquiring a Paris-based company. Interesting times to live in. Umba, which started in San Francisco in 2018, has carved a niche for itself by offering credit-focused digital banking services tailored for emerging markets. The company has attracted approximately $20 million in investment from high-profile entities such as Costonoa and Lux Capital, along with individual investors like Tom Blomfield. This financial backing not only underscores Umba's strong position in the market, but also makes it an attractive acquisition target for Fairmoney, highlighting the synergies both companies aim to achieve through this deal. For Fairmoney, which has received backing from heavyweight investors like Tiger Global and DST, the acquisition of Umba represents a strategic step to broaden its market reach in Africa. Since its inception in 2017, Fairmoney has diversified its offerings beyond digital lending to include debit cards, transfers, and payment services, serving over 6 million retail customers. This potential acquisition follows Fairmoney's successful entry into the Indian market in 2020, underscoring its ambition to become a dominant player in the fintech space across emerging markets. Kenya is taking significant strides towards regulating cryptocurrency trading amid concerns over its potential use in money laundering and terrorism financing. A specialized working group is in the early phases of creating a comprehensive policy document aimed at setting up a legal and regulatory framework for digital assets providers. This initiative reflects Kenya's commitment to fortifying its financial system and its efforts to avoid being grey-listed by the Financial Action Task Force (FATF), an international body focused on combating money laundering. The proposal, once ready, will be scrutinized by the cabinet for further action. This move is crucial for Kenya as it seeks to align its global standards and practices, especially considering the grey list status of neighboring countries like South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, and Sudan. Honestly, crypto needs a new PR. Anytime crypto is mentioned, even with all its privacy benefits, the only thing that seems to come to mind is fraud. For crypto to receive the adoption it so desires, apostles of the technology have to come up with a new narrative that positions crypto as having a positive impact on financial activities. Kenya's proactive approach follows a period of scrutiny by the FATF, which identified deficiencies in the country's anti-money laundering capabilities. Kenya was given a 12-month window ending in October 2023 to address these issues, highlighting the urgency of implementing robust regulatory measures. As Kenya awaits the FATF's upcoming assessment, which will determine its risk of being added to the grey list, the country is witnessing a significant increase in cryptocurrency usage. Although Kenya trails behind Nigeria in terms of African cryptocurrency transactions, the need for regulatory clarity, is pressing. Elon Musk, during a recent event on X Spaces, has shared that Neuralinks' first human patient, implanted with a groundbreaking brain chip, has shown remarkable progress. According to Musk, the founder of Neuralink, the patient has not only recovered fully, but has also achieved the ability to control a computer mouse with their thoughts alone. This milestone was reached after Neuralink's successful implantation of the chip in its inaugural human patient last month, a step made possible by the regulatory green light for human trials received in September. The focus now, as Musk highlighted, is on enhancing the patient's control over the mouse, particularly in increasing the number of clicks made possible by neural signals. So obviously this is exciting, and it's mind-blowing that we are already talking about this type of technology in this time and age. But one technical concern I have about this technology is this. Human thoughts are mostly random raw data that pass through a lot of filters before they become actions, meaning that a lot of things that we think about, we don't actually get to do them. So how do you separate actions that you want to perform from the ones that you're just thinking about? Neuralink's aspirations stretch far beyond controlling devices. The company aims to tackle a wide array of conditions, including obesity, autism, depression, and schizophrenia. This is envisioned through the rapid surgical implantation of its chip devices, suggesting a future where such conditions could be managed or alleviated through advanced technology. However, the journey is not without its challenges. So I think it's great that this is going to be used for people with disabilities and other bodily and mental issues that human beings have an issue with. But wait, are we gradually getting to the age of hybrid humans? Half man, half machine? Neuralink faces continuous scrutiny over its safety protocols, underscored by a recent fine in January for violating US Department of Transportation's regulations concerning the transport of hazardous materials. After the headlines comes speedrun. Google pauses Gemini's ability to generate AI images of people after diversity errors. Google has suspended the image generation feature of its Gemini AI due to the production of misleading historical images, including those of US founding fathers and Nazi-era soldiers, aiming to address stereotypes in AI. The company plans to re-release an improved version after apologizing for the inaccuracies and addressing online conspiracy theories about intentional bias. You see, it's so funny that Google is messing up in this AI wars that's currently going on. Google, the AI company, the company that is responsible for the white paper that OpenAI used to create Sora. Why do they keep getting these things wrong? ULesson halves educational software subscription fees due to rising inflation in Nigeria. ULesson, a Nigerian edtech startup, has announced a 50% reduction in its subscription fees indefinitely to help families cope with economic difficulties and Nigeria's soaring inflation rate of 29.90% as of January 2024. This move, aimed at making education more accessible during challenging times, underscores the company's commitment to affordability and contrasts with the downsizing trends in other sectors. Noble move by ULesson. Flutterwaves DAA to temporarily close on March 31st. Flutterwaves no-code platform DAA will temporarily suspend operations starting March 31, 2024 to reevaluate its goals and develop new user services. Despite the halt, it guarantees ongoing access for users to their accounts and data, advising over 100,000 creators to transfer their files to platforms like Mainstack, Milkshake, and Linktree. A reopening date remains unannounced, but the platform commits to refunding active subscriptions. I really pity the creators that have already set up on these platforms, because you see, it takes a lot to build a presence on all these platforms, and just being told to just get up and leave, that sucks. Y Combinator backs Okula AI, a startup led by Zambian and Zimbabwean co-founders. Okula AI, a Zimbabwean AI startup, has been selected for Y Combinator's Winter 2024 batch, marking the first time a company from Zimbabwe joins the esteemed accelerator. This participation is expected to boost Okula AI with mentorship, funding, and global networking opportunities, aiming to tackle the issue of information accessibility across various sectors. And it's time for Money Talk. Let's see who got the cash this week. D-Light, a solar solutions provider, has secured $7.4 million in securitized funding to scale its pay-go personal finance service and expand solar-powered product access for low-income households in Nigeria. with the funding coming from Chapel Hill Denham's Nigerian Infrastructure Debt Fund. Home Energy, a South African climate startup, has secured $8 million in seed funding led by E3 Capital and 4DX Ventures, with participation from various investors to advance its climate fintech strategy and accelerate the adoption of rooftop solar solutions in the country. Why are solar companies doing fintech? I don't get. And it seems to be like a common thing with the two people that got money this week. And that's a wrap on today's tech news. Be sure to join us next week for more updates from Africa and beyond. I remain your bro in tech, FK. We had to go back and forth in the chat session before Umba, which started in Umba? What am I doing? For crypto to receive the adoption it so desires, Apostle of which identified deficiencies in the country's anti-money doctrine. Professor go using my detonate bomb going on. I was just thinking that I didn't mean that, I was just thinking